Hi, Sandra Wilson here, clinical hypnotherapist who works with people with ADHD and rejection sensitivity. And I thought I would just pop on and do a little video about how it feels when you think you have all the answers at the point of being diagnosed. So for some people, especially some of my clients, they think that the diagnosis is the final part of the puzzle. Wow, now I know what was wrong with me. Now I've got this label, I can be treated, but often there's a little bit more to it than that. So you get the diagnosis and all of a sudden, well, what do you do next? Some people find that it's a good springboard to start to rebuild their lives, make new plans, start businesses, change jobs, pursue new interests or even relationships. But there is quite a lot of emotional baggage that goes along with that diagnosis, and sometimes it really is the start rather than the end. And there's often quite a lot of deeper subconscious work to do. And when I say that, what I mean is the beliefs, the feelings, the emotions that come along with how you've been mislabeled and misunderstood for pretty much most of your life if you did get a diagnosis, maybe in midlife. So we sometimes, like I said, think the diagnosis is, wow, this is it. I can now heal. I can now magically just be okay. But it's not uncommon to experience anger and grief. Anger because of how you've been treated, mislabeled. Of all those teachers, the people that love you even, have just mislabeled you, misrepresented you, told you that you were lazy or a daydreamer or unhelpful or weird or whatever label you grew up with. And yeah, this idea that you want justice. You may have lost years of your life just labouring under this misapprehension that somehow you're stupid or lazy when in fact you aren't, and you probably labelled yourself and bullied yourself as well. So there's quite a lot of anger and shame to work through, and the grief part is quite interesting. There is a very long process of self-acceptance and also letting go of that version of you and all the time that you've lost, the what could have been, the person that you could have been. And it almost does feel like grief. And there is a long process of releasing shame and self-acceptance. We carry so much. You're probably carrying a huge weight that feels scary and overwhelming when it becomes time to start to think about letting that go. And I would just say, show yourself bucket loads of self-compassion at this stage and just have some faith that you will get to where you need to be. And if you think I might be able to help you to release some of that stuff, imagine getting from A to B, where A is maybe you're not yet diagnosed, but you suspect you have ADHD, you have all the symptoms, or perhaps you've just been diagnosed, and then you realise how much energy and time you've wasted just trying to fit in, and B is the final destination where you fully accept yourself and you can just start being yourself without apologising, without constantly masking, and without just having to prove yourself all the time or trying to strive for these massively unrealistic levels of perfection. So I hope that has been helpful. It's a massive topic and I will talk about it a little more. But thank you for listening, and I'll see you another day. Bye.